Gaming Dragon, accompanied by my numero uno compadre cohort.
Foxy.
And, of course, we are joined by...
Quit Spike Torres.
Alright. No Spike Wing?
No.
No. Well, as usual, why don't you walk them through what we'll be doing a little later on?
Alright, top of the hour, we will talk about the nerd news of the week. Everything that happened as of last Saturday after we went off the air, all the way up until just moments before the show. The TV shows, the cartoons, the trends. That's the biggest thing I think we need to get into is the pop culture trends, because we have done singular episodes of 80s cartoons, 90s movies. We've never dedicated an entire episode to simply a decade.
Yes.
And I think it is way too long. We have to dedicate one to it. Before we do get into everything, I do have some notes of mention regarding stuff.
Yes, because typically this is the end of the month thing and whatnot.
Yes. Was the beginning of the... Yeah, it's the end of the month, beginning of... Whatever.
Yeah,
until we do figure out how the call-ins work, Danielle, our Book of the Month review segment, is currently going to be into a different format. Right now, she is going to be blogging her book reviews, sharing her blog reviews on our Nerd Herders page, as well as putting them into the notes section of the Nerd Herders page, as well as sharing any book reviews and or monthly book subscription box unboxings from her YouTube channel onto our page. So she is still very much part of the Nerd Herders. With summer coming and our kids not having school and her not having work, there's a good possibility that every now and again we'll actually have her here to do the book segment in the meantime. Also, need I remind you that Filling the Void Radio has a ton of things that you can listen to. Shows about horror, shows about wrestling, indie music artist realm. There is a Degrassi podcast. There is a freaking political podcast, and more and more and more are coming. There is an all gaming one coming up as well. You can listen to all those any day of this week. You can also listen to playback of these episodes and their episodes on Spreaker.com/filling_/the_/void, as well as SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, Player FM, TuneIn, and very soon, iHeartRadio.
Sheesh.
Boom!
Oof. Man.
I had to write all that down. I couldn't remember all of the other means we have of playback. It is amazing.
We're having kitten difficulties because of the camera. That's why I keep moving.
I keep following it. It's okay. I'm going to have a really bad neck at the end of this episode, though.
Yeah, we're having kittens difficulties. We were trying to... One's currently trying to eat the tripod. The other ones are going for wires and everything. Oh, this is great. Oh, for those of you watching via Facebook Live, there's a reason why there's like kind of a new little setup here. Foxy, you wanted to just blatantly tell them why?
We're lazy.
We're lazy. We're doing.
We are coming to you all live from our bed.
Yes, and I have to move this again because the kittens keep moving.
I can't be here then.
Yeah, you really should.
It's like a Game of Thrones episode.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
No, we were feeling, now that, people can actually see us, to those listening on Spreaker, this is going to be new for you guys, but to those actually watching, this is new to you too. This is what we sound like and what we look like when we're just like, oh, it's been such a day. I want to do the show, but oh my God, I'm being so lazy. We do it from our bed.
Once again, we're moving because of the freaking kids. They
So
don't want to leave the tripod.
this is what we sound like, and this is what we look like. Completely unfiltered and unedited. We're tired.
All right. Well, keep them talking for a moment before I go into the nerd news, because apparently the kittens have to go to sleep now because they're just going to continue to mess with this thing. Let's try this again. Hey, guys. Why you guys... Okay, really?
This is fun.
This is not fun. Anyway. All right, well, getting into the nerd news of the week, and of course... Really?
So yes, we will still be having Spike's B movie pick of the month. We're going to be restarting that this coming month, because with all of the, again, with the callback thing that we're not aware of, and we're still getting accustomed to Spreaker, it's been hard to keep up with the book of the month and the B-movie pick of the month. So we're going to be doing all of that again as of this month. We always feature them typically on the last Friday of the month. So you guys, as in Spike and Danielle, get your shit ready for the end of the month.
But we missed last month, so technically...
Oh, well then get two ready for the end of the month.
We'll get Deuce. We'll get Deuce. Oh my goodness. Crazy.
Okay. Darling.
All right, nerd news of the week.
Yes.
And everything like that. This one comes to us a little bit late in terms of reporting because the story actually broke on Thursday, but more details came out on late Friday night after the show, as well as Saturday. Last Thursday, things got a little crazy at the Phoenix Comic-Con.
Yes.
Yeah. And everything like that. Why don't you give them a little quick brief description on what was going on there?
I had originally heard about it through two of our friends, Raven Gregory, a former writer of Zenescope Comics. So he was down there, and former independent wrestler Gus Matos. Basically, what had happened was a con goer saw something suspicious going on with another con goer, and they brought it up to security. Thankfully, security apparently ended up apprehending a con goer that was trying to enter the con with a shit ton of legitimate real weapons. We know one of his targets was our former guest, Jason David Frank.
That's the portion of the story I'll actually elaborate on. I have some
other than that, no one knows what his intention was, but basically that one random con goer that mentioned it, and security hauled ass and stopped what honestly could have been a fucking massacre of epic proportions.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm just wondering how that guy got in with all those weapons.
They probably thought they were props.
I have those details.
Okay.
I have those details. So as I said, there was more details released on Saturday.
Yes.
I've got my news formatted completely different now, a little neater and everything like that. So hopefully I have more details and everything like that in terms of news going on forward. So hopefully this works. All right. So starting with Saturday news, Jason David Frank addresses alleged assassination attempt at the Phoenix Comic-Con. Matthew Sterling, the 31-year-old man who was arrested with an arsenal at Phoenix Comic-Con on Thursday, allegedly planned to kill the Power Ranger star Jason David Frank. Sterling, who painted his face black and wore all black clothes, a red bandana, and a strap across his chest containing shotgun ammunition, arrived at the event with two .45 caliber handguns, .454 caliber, 45 .454 handgun, as well as 12-gauge shotgun, all fully loaded. A combat knife, pepper spray, and throwing stars. He was going to go all ninja. As for his arrest, Sterling told police that he believes he is the Punisher and allegedly had plans to get in a shootout with police officers and assassinate a Phoenix Comic-Con performer. In Sterling's phone, police found a calendar reminder for May 25th, and it read, "Kill JDF." Yeah, this is nuts. They also found messages in Sterling's phone in which the defendant claims to have stabbed Frank in the past, which doesn't appear to be true at all, and wanted to, quote, finish the job. Late Friday night, there is a video posted, and it's within our news feed. You can go back to the Friday news and see it. Frank took part in a press conference to address the incident after making sure to thank the Phoenix Police Department for all their hard work, explained that he had no prior connection to Sterling whatsoever, so henceforth the finishing the job is not true. He read off a prepared statement assuring his fans that he is okay and asking those attending Phoenix Comic-Con that weekend not to bring prop weapons. Now, a lot of people were already complaining, but it was like, this was for your safety at this moment. I understand you worked so hard on it, but logic dictates, even as a person standpoint, if I was going as a comic person and I had a cosplay, say if I was going as Red Hood or even Deadpool, I would, go, you know what? The weapons are going to have to stay home.
Put your personal shit aside. I mean, come on now.
We understand it's personal, but also you got to use a little bit of a common sense, and that it'd be poor taste and bad timing, and you definitely weren't going to get in anyway because of it. So yeah, so that's it's like the more that story came out in the story, it was just absolutely insane.
That is insane.
Yeah.
With everything that's been going on nowadays, of all things, there's like, I hate to sound like it's like, there's no safe havens for anybody. You go to these places to enjoy yourself and to escape reality, and then that happens. And not for nothing, though, it's like, cosplayers everywhere are now going on to this hashtag no prop ban thing. And look, I get it. I get it, guys. No one's saying a prop ban is happening. Mm-hmm. They only wanted no props that weekend because of what literally just happened.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's like, that's okay. They're not saying they're going to take everything away from every single Comic-Con.
Exactly.
But expect security to be a lot heavier when it comes down to these things, and rightfully so.
Absolutely.
With a threat like that
and
just happens.
First. I mean, there's people there with kids. What if you're there with your kids and everything like that? So, yeah.
But again, people are selfish.
I mean, thankfully, again, somebody had an eye out and informed police, and thankfully everybody, Jason, David, Frank, Congoers, everyone, thankfully everybody was okay. Quick thing, hey guys, Luis Nazario is watching us.
I know.
That's pretty awesome. Luis. All right, well, moving forward with Saturday news. Saturday was just a big bummer day, and well, as we all know, E3 is coming up.
Yes.
Coming up fast, coming up quick. A lot of us are waiting up on follow-ups to games that they might have put trailers for last year that still haven't been published yet. Little teasers and stuff like that.
Yes.
Two of the big ones that happened last year. Yeah.
Last year, one of the big ones has been teased for the past 3 years.
Yeah. One was, of course, the Final Fantasy VII remake, which I have been anxiously awaiting for because it's the greatest in the franchise, in my personal opinion. Another thing that I had unleashed a while back was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes!
That was one I know you
were
waiting.
That was like a few years ago, for 3 years. Ago.
Well, got some bad news for you regarding Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII, the remake. With E3 right around the corner, gamers were understandably curious to know if Square Enix would use the spotlight to announce any news on their most highly anticipated upcoming titles, Final Fantasy VII and remake, as well as Kingdom Hearts 3. The word has arrived early, and it's not good news. Apparently, neither game has a firm release date, and Square Enix is only willing to say that they will be released within the next 3 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Via Square Enix higher-ups, they made the announcement in an official financial report that included an outline of the company's release plans. Those plans also included an unspecified Marvel game, but there are also no other details on that title as well. So, for those of you that were kind of amped for what Square Enix was going to say maybe about Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts, sorry to say there's not going to be anything. Pushing forward to Sunday news. Sunday, we got some Deadpool 2 news, as usual.
That's right.
Okay, according to the Deadline, 20th Century Fox has cast Jack Kesey to play a major role in the sequel. Major villain role, mind you. Deadline sources have pinpointed the role as classic X-Men villain Black Tom Cassidy.
I don't think
Black
I've
Tom.
heard that name
Me
in
neither.
Black Tom. He's one of the,
years.
yeah, I know. Like, they went way back. And then the funny thing is, when they put in a report, comic book goers would know his name, but regular, casual people, what the hell just happened? What just happened to our feed? Are we still there?
I don't know.
This is weird. I don't think we're still there. Nope, we lost our feed.
That broadcast interrupted. All right, well, we got to keep going.
We got to
as
keep
that
going.
gets fixed.
As that gets fixed and everything like
It's gonna
that.
fix by itself?
No, someone's gonna have to go fix it.
Yeah. Turn it back on and just run it. There we go.
Yes, but the Black Tom is a character that... Talk about obscurity.
Yeah, seriously.
Definitely talk about obscurity. I mean, it's been so long since I've even heard his name that I can't even tell you anything about him. He's so